Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM episode number 864. Today we react to PK Out of the Shells with the Very OddGamer, episode 12. React to this beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hold on. Wow, okay. Makes sense, say bye. Very OddGamer presents Donald Duck Month, okay? Makes sense, everybody. Again, the pauses, though. It's not letting me. Okay, here we go. Character background artist, Smoothies, okay? No one but Donald Duck, music lyrics by, artists. Okay. Tar design created text by Lucas Bradley. Credit inspiration by Ortalo Buddy. Continue on. Okay, it makes more sense. PK Out of the Shells. Okay, it makes sense. Wow.
Hello, internet viewers. I'm the Fairly OddGamer. As we continue Donald, what is it, Donald?
Wow. Wow.
Oh, right. Well, it turns out that after the release of Going Quackers, I got a lot of comments wanting me to keep the subtitles on for Donald, mainly because you couldn't understand what he was saying after I turned them off. So this wish is for you guys.
Wow.
I wish for Donald to have subtitles.
Again. Okay.
Alright, let's see if it works. Hey, Donald. You ready for the next game?
Wow.
Awesome! And it works.
Hooray.
Okay, let's continue Donald Duck Month with Pupperinic. Well, Donald, allow me to explain. Ever imagine what Donald would be like if you were a superhero?
Mm-hmm.
Rhetorical question, Donald. It's okay.
Fun.
Anyway, this is the case of the Duck Avenger, a supposed comic book hero by Donald Duck as an attempt to get even with his relatives Scrooge McDuck and Gladstone Gander, but suddenly gets sidetracked by fighting other evil doings. He got his own comic book series called Pupperinic New Adventures, or PK&A for short. Originally in Italy, he made his debut in a comic book titled The Diabolical Duck Avenger in June 1965.
Okay.
However, it never saw the light of day in America until 2015.
Okay.
It's surprising that not many people know about him, nor that he's relevant today. His story has been retold many times, only to have failed miserably. In fact, what do you mean? Let me see it.
Wow.
DK Out of the Shadows?
Wow.
You're saying there was a video game based on this comic book character? Okay. Well, it looks like I'm going to review PK Out of the Shadows for the GameCube, but it's also known internationally as Donald Duck PK. So is this game as good as the comics were? Let's find out.
Okay, makes sense. These GameCubes were dusty. Ugh. Anyway. Okay.
After seeing that the game was once again made by Ubisoft.
Again, come out of Wheel of Fortune and the Jeopardy games from the newer days. And of course, Price Right and other game shows. Continue on.
Demo of the game. Nothing to say about it. Just wanted to point that out. Yep. Let's get into it right now. We saw it for the opening cutscene, and already it looks pretty good. It feels like I'm watching a comic book in motion, which I assumed they were going for. Anyway, we start off with Donald as a security officer at probably the tallest tower ever.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me check the manual.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. It is Duckler Tower. Anyway, Donald falls asleep and he dreams of Daisy scolding him for his temper, therefore making his nephews taunt him. He then hopes one day that...
I'll be a real hero, a superhero.
Donald then wakes up
Yeah.
and he sees a floating duck head appearing on one of the screens.
So, you'd like to be a superhero? I'll take that as a yes.
This is Uno,
Wow.
which is translated in
What'd you
Italian
say?
as one. He's a supercomputer who's in dire need of help. This is Uno, which is translated in Italian as one.
Okay, makes sense. It's supposed to be in Spanish. Continue on.
He's a supercomputer who's in dire need of help. A dog is stuck up to the top of the tower via transporter, I think. One tells Donald to stand on the yellow circle and stand still.
Do it now!
Just do it! Computer telepathically, and suddenly,
Wow.
he then gets a suit that looks exactly like the one from the comics. But before his training begins, the alarms go off, and this hero, now known as PK, gets his first mission, or as the game calls it,
On the job training.
So according to one, it turns out that there's an alien presence heading toward Earth. But when I mentioned one gives Donald the superhero name PK,
What is a
Oh
PK?
boy.
I don't know. And why have a different voice? Though I can at least understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Wheel Forge references, folks. The common version of the subtitles were off. I have to agree with Pat and Van. If you watch this remix, continue on. Yeah.
What? But there's no time to wait. He launches his ship, which then crashes into the ground covered with snow. He then enters the observatory as one describes PK, the alien presence he was referring to earlier. It turns out that these aliens are duck-like creatures called Evronians. And what do they do exactly? Well, according to one,
The Evronians are an alien empire that thrive by invading planets all over the galaxy.
in this case, it's Earth. The Evronian race is led by an evil duck scientist as well as a general leader, Bat Duck? And that's about everyone I can tell. So after entering the observatory, we get a brief explanation as to what PK actually means.
Makes sense.
Yes, Donald? Well, I think it'd be best if I talk about what PK means.
Yes.
Fair deal? Cool. Anyway, PK is an abbreviation for the scientific Latin classification of,
Platorhynchus kineticus.
which
Wow.
is translated as duck of energy. Yep, right on the button. Graphically, the game looks pretty nice. While it does have a bit of celluloid graphics, I think they still have the 3D looks of the characters. The space aesthetic looks pretty good in some of the levels, though sometimes they look pretty dark in some areas.
Yes.
Does this game now have enough light to fill up the whole area? Donald? Maybe it's just me. I ask this because there are many times where you can't even see where you're going, and you have no idea where to go. That is until you find out there's a certain layer of ground that PK can punch through, but that's about it.
Yes.
But if you were to tell me what the gameplay is like in this game, that's a different story. Well, Donald, let me explain. The basic gameplay for PK is okay. Use the control stick to move and press the buttons to either jump or attack by shooting at enemies with a device called the X Transformer.
Yeah.
Also press the R button, making shooting much easier for you. You can even get power-ups for your X Transformer, such as hovering over large gaps, a super punch to smash through weaker ground, and a remote-controlled X Transformer, used to get through tight spaces. However, the one power-up that I don't like very much is the Supercharge, which lets you break through Evronian shields. At first, it seems pretty awesome, but there is a catch to it. You can only get the Supercharge to work if you have enough health. And this is my problem with it. Why do you need a specific amount of health just to get the Supercharge to work? Why can't I just use this whenever I can? It just doesn't make sense. The only time you ever use this is either destroying enemies with the shields and the boss battles, which I'll talk about later. Actually, there is one thing that I am okay with. If you don't have enough health to power up your Supercharger, shoot at the shield multiple times to give PK extra health. But it still can't help me the slightest because they'll still attack you even when you're trying to grind for health. You also collect these green coins called activation stars.
Okay.
You use to power up these transporters if you collect at least 15 of them. They
Okay.
count as checkpoints if you lose a life, in which you have unlimited lives. There are also tokens used to power up limited weapon variants that make PK shots more powerful, like fire bolts or rockets. In
Okay.
addition, PK has to rescue scientists that have been captured by the Abronians. The way to rescue them is to get to them before time runs out. Otherwise, they'll be teleported away, never to be seen again. You'll know how close you are to the scientist when you see the PK logo popping out in the direction of where each scientist is. However, if you do die before time runs out, you then get another chance to save the scientist. And if you die after saving the scientist, whether you make it to a checkpoint or not, the scientist will be considered saved. While there are 6 scientists per level, not including boss battles, at least 40 scientists have to be rescued in order to unlock the final area. I did come across this one point where I died right before time ran out. And once I tried to get to the area, the scientist was teleported away at this point. In my opinion, this is not fair. I
Yeah.
thought this game was supposed to be for kids, not hardcore gamers.
Exactly.
The Brony army includes slaves, which are called cool flames, soldiers, and even surfers. Hey dude, did somebody say surfer? Hey Ox, what's up? Nothing much, dude. How's it going, Donald? Awesome, dude. So Ox, what are you doing here? Well, as some of you know, I happen to be a surfer myself. That's great, Hux, but this is an Abronian surfer. He surfs on air instead of on water. Oh,
Wow.
an air surfer. That's even more awesome. Yeah, it does. Excellent, dude. Anyway, gotta catch up on my reading. Later, dudes. Huh. I didn't know how to read.
Yeah. Exactly, Donald. At least do something about this. Continue on.
Anyway, back to the story. After exploring the coal mines, PK finds his ship as Computer 1 interrupts him from his second thoughts.
My scanners have been picking up abnormal activities in the Nevada desert.
Which happens to be the next level. And what's it like, you may ask? Well, in the words of Anakin Skywalker, it's coarse,
Wow.
rough, and irritating. How'd you know that? Well, it is Disney.
Yep.
Then meet up with the Abronian scientist we saw from the first cutscene named Zoster. According to the manual, he often chooses solutions which seem to comply with the orders received, but actually suit his own purposes. He has a machine that is shield protected with lasers and projectiles. PK shoots at his weak spot inside the core of the machine multiple times. The machine begins to malfunction because of a
Miscalculation? Miscalculation? Oh, that's rich. I don't think so.
However, Computer 1 tells PK to return to the Duckler Tower as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
After counting lots of enemies and saving scientists, PK returns to the lair tired and wanting a break. Well, it was a hard game to get through, but I finally managed.
Not just yet, PK.
Oh, come on! There's more? You know what, Nolan? You're right. Let's finish this game. So Computer 1 tells PK that the Abronians are coming from an unidentified spacecraft just above Earth's orbit.
Or maybe a warship.
So PK and 1 make it to the mothership as 1 tells PK that the Abronians already know that the heroes have arrived. PK's final mission is to get to the control room and watch out for Zondag. And for those who don't know, Zondag was the bad duck I was referring to in the beginning of the game. Actually, the game does tell us about Zondag. Take it away, PK.
He's the highest ranking military.
Wow.
You've done it again, Donald. Well done.
Yeah.
No problem. PK finds a stolen outfit that also comes with a special weapon that shoots an invisible orbs that can be used as platforms. Not to mention that this suit is basically an upgraded version of the PK outfit. There is an option where you can go back to the original outfit, but why would I do that? Not only does the PK outfit have on now look much better, but it's also stronger and can destroy the Abronians in no time.
Yeah.
Look, you can even destroy the Abronian shields without having to use a supercharger. Finally, this game starts becoming fun again. PK eventually meets up with the final boss of the game, General Zondag.
Wow.
Bow before the mighty General Zondag, or feel my wrath.
The only thing I'm gonna feel is the ground shake after I knock you out. I'm gonna make sure your face hits the ground.
Rip off of the Star Wars ever. Continue on.
Nice and hard.
You might want to work on your insults a bit. They're just too weak for me.
Uh,
The final boss involves passing a bomb to Zondag, and this is the only time you use the supercharger in the upgraded outfit. Not only that, but you also have to avoid laser blasts, which you can easily zap away and therefore getting more health, and avoiding these spider-like mines that damage you once you touch them. When you damage him 3 times, Zondag then pops out of his chair and zaps PK to a lower level of the control room.
wow.
And this is where the boss starts becoming difficult. Zondag shoots out horizontal laser blasts through the floor and a protected shield that PK is able to destroy. Once the shield is destroyed, PK can then super blast at Zondag. However, the gravitational field on how close you come to Zondag decreases as you progress to the boss, which explains why it feels like you can't move any closer to Zondag. The laser blasts increase in size, and these are the ones that you can't jump over because those can damage you. So you have to dodge the laser blast at all costs. I couldn't even beat the boss after my first playthrough. However, after a few attempts, I finally managed to beat Zondag once and for all. I sure did, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
After super blasting Zondag enough times, Zondag is defeated as PK delivers his most epic line in the game.
Just call me PK.
Computer One congratulates PK and has now become a true superhero, but they manage to abandon the ship at full speed. So the warship explodes as PK finally gets to relax at the beach. Or so he thinks. It turns out he was actually in the tower the whole time.
Oh no! Is that what I think it is?
Well, Donald, I hate to say it, but I don't think it's a good game. But there are some things that I liked about it. It's not the worst game I ever played, but it's still not good. Graphically, it's alright. I love the character designs and models, and I enjoy the comic book feel to it. But it's mainly because the game is based on a comic book series called Paparinic New Adventures, which was a comic book series created by Disney Italy. Though I do think some of the levels looked a bit too dark. I also like the music in this game. It was composed by Daniel Masson, who also did the music for Going Quackers on the
Yeah, which I don't really have to view last episode. Continue on.
64, Dreamcast, and the PC. And I think he did a pretty good job with the music here, even though it does use music cues from a library. The gameplay is what I had mixed feelings about. Even though PK controls pretty well and can target enemies, making shooting at enemies easier, it's the shielded Evronians that I dislike the most, especially when using the Super Blaster. It can make the game more tedious for you, and it's something I wouldn't even try. But it's something you have to be good at if you want to beat the game. After the 2 games I reviewed so far, I'd still recommend Going Quackers because not only is it easy to beat, but it's also a fun game to play. Playing through PK Out of the Shadows feels more like a chore to me. Overall, PK Out of the Shadows is a mediocre game for kids, and it's something I wouldn't recommend unless you're that curious. You're right, Donald. I can't let just one game ruin the month for me. There's a whole lot of Donald Duck games out there. And I think I have the perfect game to end the month on. Well, Donald, you don't have to wait and see like everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer, and I wish you all good luck for the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone.
Yep. So that was Fairly Odd Gamer, PK Out of the Shadows. I have to say it was amazing. Hold on one moment. Who did this? Scott Boyd, Super Mario Fan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, makes more sense. Okay, makes more sense. Anyway. Okay. Who performed out? Oh, Lucas Presley. Okay. Oh, it is voiced by Scott Boyd. I get it. Okay. Okay, I get it now. Makes more sense now anyway. So what did I think about this episode? I think it was amazing. So far, this episode was a successful one. And, yeah. And that was LJPCBM episode number 864. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be DuckTales Games. Fair Out Gamer episode number 13. Till next time, Sue Joseph and Bob, peace out, baby. We get more ultra reacts, guys, we soon. Until then, Jersey out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. I ask, why me? Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver holds the key.